This is me, Anano Bocha, and I am here again to tell you more on my artwork. And today I'll be talking about an artwork I did with a biro. This is a composition on paper. Maybe the biggest drawing I've ever did with a biro. And this is the artwork. For this, I do not have a lot of footage of how I started doing it, of how I even started drawing, but I will be taking you step by step. First, I sketched it out, but originally this idea came to me, and after I did some work, and I sketched out all the elements you see, from the leaf to the clocks and background up here and here, to the books on the table here. For this episode, I am going to make you aware of every element in this drawing, and I'll be taking you step by step. So yeah, the fireplace, and the card there. What's it called? So for this, I was going for a paranormal feel. You know, when a paranormal is something that is unnatural, something that is science fiction, and the fiction in this artwork is the clocks. From the clocks, first you can see that one clock is in 24 hours and the other is not in 24 hours. This one that is not in 24 hours is actually a time frame in which the setting of this composition runs in. It is measured still in 24 hours to keep track of time, but this is for the number of days and weeks and years and ages. The other aspect of this composition that makes it have that paranormal feel is the leaves. You can feel the leaves of this branch that goes into the pot are actually bigger than any other type of leaf you ever see anywhere. You can also see the pot behind the clocks that is burning. This is actually not a pot, this is a lamp, not a genie lamp, an oil lamp that has a flame coming out of it that lights up the room, apart from the fireplace that also lights up the room. And as you can see, there's a person on the chair reading. This artwork is called Peace and Tranquility. I needed to capture the night's silence. You know, how nighttime feels when everything is in darkness and nothing can move except for the moon as it moves across the sky to make way for the daylight. But in this case we are indoors, and it's the time, as you can see, it's past midnight, and the man in the chair is reading a book and taking something in his cuppa. So yeah, peace and tranquility, not that it can't be achieved during the day, it's just that at night feels more peaceful when there isn't a lot of noise and the world is kind of asleep, and you can take your time and do something without the interference of like third parties or second parties. Just be a first person experience. After I sketched this, I started shading, well, from the light part to the dark. And how I achieved this shading, I first did an overall layout of the blue pen. I did a light shading of the blue across everything. Then I started doing every little bit of the dark areas with the blue from the light shading that I did. Again, I passed it through to the dark areas where the light falls and where the darker part, the shadows are, just to bring out that 3D form. And then I did it again, only this time I darkened everything, but still with the blue pen. I darkened the shadows, not everything, I darkened the shadows and did the highlights here, as you can see, one where the light falls on the chair, up on the upper part of the chair. Also here on the glasses that this guy uses to read. Also here on the leaf, and on this leaf, and on the woodwork frame of this structure that holds this, the element, the word, the clocks, and this card. I don't know what this card is called. What's this card called? The depiction of material in this was a little bit hard. I needed to depict the wood from the stone to the leather of the seats and the leaf, the leathery feel of a leaf. And I achieved this by using different types of shading. I used the standard grid on the seats, the hatching on the leaves, and the cross hatch on the wood. to bring out the difference in material. And for down here I used stippling to bring out the carpet. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Remember, you can find my work on my Instagram at obochaart, bocha.rt. And thank you again for listening to me. Like, share and subscribe, and I will see you again